Hello, my iSpark family, my IRWW family around the province. It's me, it's Coach Lynn in week 2 of the 13-week IRWW program. We're preparing for 10 kilometers or the equivalent. And I'm in my happy place. I'm down here on a winter day. I wonder if you can see the sky. You can hardly tell the difference where the sky meets the water, and it's so quiet and gorgeous. And of course I've got my new family member here, and I love it. He's inspiring because Topi insists that we get out every day, and having that kind of accountability with a creature like this guy, this little four-legged guy, or a friend or a family member, community member, that, you know, having somebody to sort of oomph you on and make sure you get out the door for your sessions. Leaders, you were so inspiring this week. Those that were able to join us in our webinar style sharing circle, just sharing stories of how many of you have already made a start. Some of you are still figuring that out and trying to just kind of put the nuts and bolts together. Leaders, use your IRWW workbook. All of the think has been taken out of it, the steps to actually make a start. And at this stage, the underlying conversation during our sharing circle was just that, making a start. Doesn't have to be fancy. Those with experience are figuring out ways to kind of, you know, create draw prizes and contests and just sort of accountability activities, and all of that will begin to happen once you actually gather, whether it's in person or virtually, and make that start and be accountable to each other. So week two is you know, you're off and going, and all you have to do now, you've got 1 week under your belt, and that's about keeping going, remembering the elements of what's important for your success. A proper warm-up, doing the prescribed session, the workout, cooling down with some nice static stretches, and then just feeling so good about yourself each time that you actually complete a workout. This week, 2 minutes. So we're week 2, 2022, and 2 minutes is the kind of interval prescribed for everybody. So walking, run stronger, and wheelers, it's a prescribed 2-minute brisk interval, you know, together with 2 minutes of recovery. Brisk because this time it elevates just that effort, using your arms to make that pace pick up just a touch on those 2-minute brisk intervals. Helps your cardiovascular get stronger, the impact on your bones and tendons to help you grow stronger. And then when you settle into your recovery pace, your easy pace, it feels that much easier. It helps with efficiency and gains in fitness. Plus there's a little bit of variety there when you alternate 2 and 2. Learn to run. Just remember, your 2 minutes is not meant to be brisk, okay? You're learning to put one foot in front of the other with that airborne component that makes it a run. You're learning to adjust to the impact and get used to this. So yours is an easy talking pace, okay? Alternated back with 2 minutes of walking in between. So a lot of words here. There'll be fewer words over time, but there's a lot to sort of talk about and think about right now. So I just want to express my enthusiasm and just that sort of, you know, the coach in me, of course. I'm happy when you're successful. So we want to hear from you, whether it's via email, our Facebook sites, IRWW 13-week program, 8-week program. Check it out, and love to hear from you, see your photos and hear how you're doing, okay? So much to follow. Susan and I and your iSpark team, we're gathering information about events in the spring, draw prizes and swag soon to be coming your way. So stay tuned. And then in this next week, next Wednesday, I guess it's this Wednesday, depending on when you get this message, but we have another webinar, an info webinar about proper footwear in our partner with Brooks Shoe Company. And they're fantastic with giving us ideas on what would work for different kinds of terrain and the kinds of gaits that you might have, depending on how you plant your foot when you walk or run. Okay, so do join us. Plus, it's just motivating to see you all, okay? Good luck from Topi and I. with your week number 2, all right? You can do it. Just get out the door for each session, nothing more, nothing less, and you can do it. Have fun.